Yo, we got to talk about Dave Chappelle again. Jesus. Just talked about him. Oh, that was Rogan. They're almost like the same person at this point, even though Dave Chappelle is much more accomplished in his business. But yeah, because see, someone came in my comment section today. They were like, all right, Tim, let's see what you got to say now about your old friend Chappelle, old Chappelle, old Dave, the transphobe. He's blocking affordable housing. He's a NIMBY or something. He's a nympho. No, NIMBY, that's right, NIMBY. What do you think about your old friend, Tim Black? What are you going to say now? What are you going to say now about old Dave? I'm like, well, sounds like he just made an ageist joke. And since me and Dave are about the same age, I think I'm going to go with Dave because you probably say the same shit about me anyway. Yeah. We're both black. We're both over 45. And you're shitting on him. And you called him an old bastard. So I know that's what you call me. See, and look, and here's the thing. We have nothing in common. So there are people. Everyone doesn't have to like me. Lord knows I don't like everybody. It ain't that type of show, Johnson. I got through a long time. I've been black a long time. I bet a lot of people didn't like me, Johnson, just looking at me, just my skin is like, ugh. So you think I give a fuck if you don't like me, Johnson? That's what you think? You think I lose sleep over the likes of you? That ain't gonna happen, Johnson. I'd be dead by now if I'm worried about this shit. I've been doing this 10 years, Johnson. I'm way past that point. Way past it. I don't give a fuck. But I want to go to Dave Chappelle and talk about what's happening with this property situation. Because, wow, if you looked at the news, and that's all you did is look at the news about this, the coverage of this, you'd be like, God, Dave Chappelle is a horrible mofo. Damn, he's once again put himself in the boiler. Come on, Dave. Black don't crack, but black birds, Johnson. You keep jumping up on that damn grill like, sss. There's cameras on, Dave. What are you saying? Come on, man. They say Dave Chappelle shut down an affordable housing plan. Dave Chappelle shut it down. I'm like, damn. A black man has power like that? I'm torn. On one side of me, I'm impressed. The other side, I'm ashamed. I know we had that kind of power. You mean we can gentrify our own shit? Is that what you're saying? You mean he's controlling his own environment? A black man is controlling his own environment? Oh, shit. No! I know that ain't happening. Turns out, it's a lot of people over there that don't want this fucking development to go through. That's the only person's name you know is Dave Chappelle. They've been arguing about this shit for a while. For a fucking while. They've been talking about developing on this part of land since like the 90s. But now that you hate him, now it's a fucking conversation. Now that because you hate him because he did some jokes you don't like. Oh no. I don't know. Wait till you guys find out that there is hateful shit on the internet. Entire websites devoted to shitting on black people. Probably a little bit more effective than Dave Chappelle's 2 or 3 jokes that are a little sketchy. But fuck that. Let's keep this bug up our ass. It's only been 4 months. The wounds are still fresh, Tim Black. He made fun. And now you let him manipulate you on this story that has nothing to do with this. Okay, so once again, it's a housing development. Okay, so a developer bought some land, 50 acres or something, and they had a plan so they get these cut-offs. See, they get set-asides, and they say, hey, this is affordable housing. Motherfucker, did you read this article? Not the one from Slate that makes Dave the boogeyman. Not that one. Just the facts. Fuck the commentary. There's 143 units proposed. You know how many are going to be affordable housing? 3, motherfucker. 3. Just enough to make another New Jack City? Forget the name of that. What was that place, the Pit Tenement? Marcy Projects, motherfucker. 3 units out of 143 units. All the rest were going to go from 300 grand to 600 grand. But no, you don't get it. If they say, hey, this is affordable housing, then they get all these breaks and shit. So everyone does that. They just slap. Well, we're gonna build 300 units. We'll make 2 of them affordable housing. You know, to get the bonus. The bonus. It's a game, Johnson. Now look, guys, I'm not saying I understand exactly what's going on. Not everything, you know, like, because I don't live there. But I think some people feel that this developer is an asshole. That's just my take on it. But no, people would rather buy the narrative that a black guy hates black people. That's what they're trying to say. Dave Chappelle is pulling a ladder up away from the other black people. Now that he's ascended, he doesn't want to be with, he just pulled the ladder. Instead of saying, hey, they got a quiet-ass neighborhood and they want some control over who comes in and buys shit and does shit. Like pretty much any other place. This shit wouldn't even be a story. Wouldn't even be a story if it was a white guy. So there's a story that you liked. Because you can go find some environmental shit, which is some of the complaints that people have, about why this particular development, they're not into it. If that's all rooted in the 3 units, that would be affordable housing. That sounds kind of crazy. Only the 3 units with affordable housing are the problem, or maybe the entire development's a problem. Maybe there's more to it. But we don't want to consider that, because that would be giving Dave, a rich guy, the benefit of the fucking doubt. Yeah, we can't do that because he made them jokes that time. He made those jokes, so we can't give him the benefit of the doubt. And if we give him the benefit of the doubt, we are sellouts. Sambos and coons. Isn't that right? Isn't that what it is? Yeah. Because MSNBC and CNN have determined that he don't like us. He's a rich, out-of-touch elitist. Wasn't that way 2 years ago? Wonder why. So I learned out what a NIMBY is. Wow, a black NIMBY. We've arrived. We fucking arrived, Johnson. Not in my backyard. Not in my backyard. George Carlin told us about that. Not in our backyard. Not in my backyard. People don't care about facts or details. Nope, no facts. Hey, excuse me, sir, I got some facts. Facts! No! I got details. No, get it away! Lord Jesus Christ! God! He's killing me over here with these facts and details. I hate facts and details. I want to be in the dark so I can just keep my notions. I like my cognitive dissonance. People are going to hate Dave Chappelle no matter what he does. Same thing goes for me. Whatever I do, people are going to hate me. Why? Because you didn't agree with that march that time. Remember that march? Motherfuckers are still hounding me about a march. Then most of them didn't even go to their damn selves. You didn't go to our march. Who is D. Montario Gibson, bitch? Case closed, face closed. Yellow Springs is a hippie town. Now, see, this is how fucked up we are. This is the point I really want to get to, guys. Hear me on this. Hear me out. We are so far gone. We allow ourselves to be so gaslit that we'll let media paint a narrative and we just buy into it. Yellowstone is a hippie town. It's like a blue oasis in a sea of red. And you would rather believe the blue oasis in a sea of red hates the blacks. Then think for a second, like dig into details and just say, maybe there's more to it. I hope I'm not disappointed. Or something along those lines. But you'd rather believe the hippies are now conservative assholes and bigots with no other evidence other than this story. That's what I got a problem with. People allow themselves to be manipulated. And then it's, you know what, and it's fine. It don't even fucking matter what you think. Like, if you like Dave Chappelle or not, don't matter. If you agree with him not wanting this to happen as if it was up to him, other people made that decision, you know. But I guess if you invest $60 million in your town, people consider what you say kind of important because you're just not a person on Twitter complaining. But hey, you know, these are just details no one gives a shit about. And you raise your kids there, your wife, you live there, yada, yada. And your parents, your dad, you know, live there, yada, 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 whatever. My thing is, it doesn't really matter what you think. When I have, because everybody can have their own opinions. I got an opinion, it's an ass, everyone's got an ass. Well, some of you don't. So sorry. But, yeah, everyone has an opinion, okay? So that's not the problem. We don't have to agree. My thing is, people are so mad at Dave. The same thing goes for Joe Rogan. People are so mad at Joe Rogan and Dave that they're mad at people that don't agree with them about Joe Rogan and Dave. That's fucking stupid. Yeah, like, I get upset about cops walking away from killing black people. I get upset about that. But I don't get so upset. No, I do. I do get upset about it. Y'all motherfuckers are more mad at Dave Chappelle's jokes and Joe Rogan's N-word, which I already said was fucked up. He shouldn't have said it. He don't get a pass. Ain't no fucking N-word passes coming for me. And I haven't made 10 videos or 7 videos defending him. And I never defended him. I just said, I'm not doing no one's dirty work. Fuck it. He's wrong. I said it. What do you want to do? You should never do that shit again. But, yeah. What do you want? What? I don't know if he's racist, but he shouldn't have said that shit. And that Planet of the Apes shit, no pass. No pass. But you're more upset about that than motherfucking cops killing black kids. You're more upset about that than you are the Montario Gibson being shot out 6 times, 7 times by 2 white-ass hillbillies while he was just doing his damn job. And then the police didn't even prosecute it, as that was reported here. And they told him to go back to work, and they had to work the same routes. Calm as hell. No problem. No problem. And that was sort of what Dave's point was. See, people don't fucking get it. That was his point. His point was the baby could kill a motherfucker, and since he was a black person he killed, no problem. But if you even offend certain other people, oh Lord, sort of like Whoopi misspeaking, it gets fired for 2 weeks or suspended for 2 weeks. She misspoke. I don't think she meant any harm. As I pointed out in the video. She wasn't even trying to be funny. She was just black-splaining the H-cost, which is something white people do all the time when they white-splain black people, the black Holocaust. They do it all the time. It's almost done daily on Fox News, where white people add their 2 cents in about what they think about black people and black situations in Chicago, and what do you think about this, and slavery, and what it's like, and this is just like slavery. I couldn't get my fucking cappuccino. This is like slavery. I had to wear a mask. This is like slavery. They add their 2 cents all the fucking time. Whoopi does it one time, and as powerful as she is, stripped. They had a razor blade down her ass and threw lemon on her. But no, that's another conversation. We don't want to have these conversations because it gets nuanced. And once again, details and facts and good points are made, and you can't deal with that shit. Because it's right or it's wrong. It's either progressive, it's either super progressive, sanctioned by Marianne Williamson, or it's like, fuck you, you're horrible to do you, you're Rush Limbaugh. There's nothing in between before we get to Rush. Nothing there before the Rush land. There's no. So what I just said, now the only downside, now I will admit, there are some downsides to this whole thing. There are some downsides to this, okay, with the Dave Chappelle thing. You can't stop a developer from developing. If he's already bought the property, you got to buy the property from him. He gets to put some shit up. He won't be able to put any affordable housing up. So part of the problem with this is, I will grant this, based on what I've read, now he gets to put whatever he wants up. Because you're only going to say when it has affordable housing stamp on it or something to that extent. So the developer could build with zero. He could still build, but with zero affordable housing and no multifamily housing. But he could go straight with subdivisions, and there's no say at all, that the community will have no say at all, no input. So, yeah. So that's the bad side. That's the downside of it. Now, something can happen between now and then to change things, or maybe Dave will buy the developer out, and the community themselves will come to an agreement within the community itself, the small town that it is, on what to put there, what to make. But my thing is, when people hate you, they don't care. Nothing you say matters. Nothing that you say will matter. Your point of view doesn't matter. Facts don't matter. Details don't matter. In fact, they're just obstacles for them getting back to their talking points. I'm not backing down. It is what it is. You have to go because of that? You willing to split up this happy home? Leave these kids blacklist? Leave the wolf pack without a wolf pack? Without a Wolfpack guy? Leave the Johnson, cut the Johnson out over this? Shit. Yeah, it's amazing that people think a person who's lived a place for 20 years, his father lived there, roots deeply connected for almost, since it's, they can't fathom the person would give a fuck about the community. That's how bad they are. They think because a few black people got money, that now black people are white people with old-ass white, bigger than white people. That's what they think. That's what they think. Because a few black people got money, they think black people are the same, that we are the same. Now, I don't know if we are the same in everything or different in everything, but I don't out of hand just say, he's doing what white people do. Why come he can't just be him and the group of residents that also live there? Why come they can't have their own opinion? Why does it have to be Dave Chappelle don't like black people? He never gave me that impression before. And what gives you the fucking right to say that? What the fuck do you know that I don't know that he hates black people? I know one thing. I haven't heard white people that I've seen in the media talk about George Floyd the way Dave Chappelle did. So, see, that's not going to work with the majority of black people that don't hate him because he made jokes. Because I've heard a lot of white guys talk. They didn't talk about George Floyd the way Dave Chappelle did. So you're not going to be able to sell me on he hates black people and he hates poor people. Black poor people, because that's what most affordable housing is for, right? Come on, we gonna bullshit ourselves? So you're not gonna be able to sell me that he hates those people when he gave like the best breakdown of police violence, say violence on a black man in like ever. But all of a sudden, nah, I don't think so. And I think it's really fucked up. And I think some of your bigotry or stupidity is showing if you actually believe there's no way possible that these people can have a different opinion. And also, it's disappointing that grown-ass people that call themselves lefties or progressives, or whatever the fuck that term means, don't see media narratives being painted. And don't go, wow, why is everyone saying this? Like, duh. You sound like the Biden, but like the Fox News motherfuckers who said Joe Biden put these crack pipes in all these bags. I was like, doesn't sound like a Joe Biden thing. Sounds like a Hunter Biden thing. But no, turns out that ain't exactly what happened. It's like a kit of supplies that may or may not be, and they gave money and the states are handling it individually. At least that's what I heard. So no, it's not true. But Biden's such a soft ass, he's caved in like, whoa. Come on, man. Come on. With some bullshit. But there are people that believe that too. They didn't look at the narrative that Fox News and the conservatives have. So people that say, my point is, they say that Fox News is a shithole, spreads propaganda. They don't believe that MSNBC and CNN can do the same thing. They don't believe it. They actually think that's better. They actually think that there's better, that both sides are capable of demonizing people in events and situations. See? I happen to know when people don't like you, they make up shit. They say shit. That's why I said on that. It's kind of raw for me because it recently happened to me. No one cared what I said. No one cared what I thought. Most of the motherfuckers didn't even ask. These people said this thing, and that was enough for them. I talked for an hour. These motherfuckers made a video of 30 seconds. And that's all it took for people that knew me for 10 years to go, Tim's changed. 30 seconds. So I don't do that to other people because I know what it feels like. Now to you, that may be selling out, kissing ass, trying to get on the Dave Chappelle show. Because that's always it. If I disagree with you, it's an ulterior motive. I can't even have my own fucking opinion on a commentary show. Because anytime my opinion doesn't jive with your opinion, the only reason why, it can't be maybe you're missing something. No. Or maybe we see it differently. No. It's always got to be, I'm trying to get a job at CNN, or I'm trying to work for TYT, or I'm trying to be Dave Chappelle's friend, or I want to be on Joe Rogan's show, or it's always something. What about you? Yeah, motherfucker. What about you? What do you want? You want to be a part of the groupthink? Huh? Huh? You want to get along with a certain group online that you fuck with, that you frequent? Certain Facebook groups or YouTube groups or Twitter groups or what? Or you got social pressure? Huh? Like, what is it? What? Everyone has their pressures. You don't have influences? But see, my job is to say my shit regardless. You would think a person who has the guts to set up for reparations in a black agenda, you would kind of be like, oh, that person pretty much choosing one of the most unpopular stances amongst white people politically that you could take. It's right up there with taking away guns. And I don't know, what do you think I'm trying to do? You think I'm trying to get on, what am I trying to do? Get on the, why am I doing, I'm trying to get on, whose show I'm trying to get on? What am I getting out of that? Not these one-off stories that come through the door every once in a while that you disagree with. What do I get out of that? What do I get out of losing, 40% of my Patreon? Talking about black shit. Almost like 80% of the time. What do I get out of it? I'm just asking, because every time I disagree with you or you disagree with me, it's because I'm grifting or I'm getting something. What am I getting? I want to know what I get. We want to know what we get. All the black people want to know what we get for setting up for this. It probably won't happen in my fucking lifetime. You know? You realize that? This ain't even about me, it's about my kids, dummy. But you don't even extend to me the grace that I could give a fuck about my kids' future. No! It's always some selfish, greedy, indefensible, horrible reason that you assign to people's beliefs. It's never that they care about something. It's never that in their heart, that's how they feel. It's never an honest point of view. It's always some nefarious intention attached to whatever we say. I can stand up for black people like a motherfucker on this show. And still, instead of you saying, that's a black man, I get a corny bastard, these corny fake Green Party motherfuckers hounding me on Twitter. Scumbags, leeches, leches, horrible motherfuckers just trying to build up their podcast. You're too dumb to see that. All right. We are back. We're going to go to phone calls. I just want to add, here where I live at, recently, they were putting in a casino. And they were saying, oh, these great jobs are coming with this casino. It's going to be great for the economy. It's going to be great for people to go, work. It's going to give a lot of job opportunities. Some of the revenue will go to schools. A lot of the revenue will go to schools. So to be against it, they were like framing it like, how could you be against a casino when it's going to be an income booster? It's going to help people be employed and money's going to go to the schools. I had a friend of mine push back on me and say, Tim, casinos are bad, man. It's going to be bad for us. I was like, what? He's like, well, people get hooked on casinos. People end up spending their rent money at casinos. People get robbed at casinos. It's going to be more crime with casinos. And I heard all that. I was like, wow, I didn't consider. I was just looking at all the benefits of the people that were going to, all the young people that would get a job. Because you could catch a bus to it. And, it just seemed like a great push. Well, turns out all those things came true. Turns out all the things that my friend said came true about this casino. And also, the money that was supposed to go to the school, the money did go to the school. But instead of it added it to the already school budget that the state had, they just took the money that they were giving the schools from the state budget and put that money somewhere else. They funded the schools, but the schools didn't end up with more money. They ended up with the same amount of money they had before. But now we got more crime, more police interactions, more reasons to pull people over. And we got people that can't afford it, who are broke financially or near it, desperate, taking what they have, going down to the casino just to lose it all in the hopes of winning some money. And to some people, once again, some people at the beginning, they framed it that if you were against this, you didn't want the black kids to have jobs, you didn't want this to happen, and you weren't supporting the community. So I want people to think sometimes the narratives fucking matter. All right. Now I'll go to phone calls. 304, you are live. What's your name? What's your comment?
Hey, Tim, it's Iron Man Oz. You got me?
I got you, brother. What's up, man?
Hey, I can't say nothing you already said. I was going to touch base on the Dave Chappelle shit, too. You nailed it. You got to do your homework. Exactly what you said. 143 lots were set aside in this township for zoning for the town to prove that they could build or not. Dave is a man that walked away from $50 million from Comedy Central over his convictions of what is right. I got Dave's back all day long. Dave can do no wrong in my eyes. I've watched him from a young guy to what he is now, and I've listened to every comedy special, every interview he's ever done. The man's got a very high IQ, very high IQ. There's nobody that can do a story and articulate it and get it across the way he does, make you laugh and make you think at the same time. When he said no, Dave is actually turning down money right now. If anybody's listening, Dave turned down money because if you're going to have, he would have said nothing because that does nothing but prop up his property values. From what I read, the average house that was going to go in was going to be $250,000 to $600,000 house, which means that's going to boast the property value of that township. But you're leaving 3 lots, and that's modern day redlining. You think those 3 lots are going to get prime property? Those 3 damn lots were going to get the swamp. They were going to get the edge of town. They're going to be probably zoned in another area. Those 3 lots. He understood it. The man did his homework. He understood it, and he's not a joking man. He'll pull all 65 million of his assets out of there. It's like, no, this ain't happening in my township. Got to move to his township just to be in a town council to see him come in. That'd be the closest I get to see Dave. I wish I could do that, but no, he had conviction. I mean, he has the conviction to actually go to these townships as big as Dave is, to go there and say, no, this ain't happening. I guarantee. The other thing is like I said, they would turn the story on him. If Dave didn't say a word, if Dave didn't say nothing and allowed this to go through, the narrative would have changed in the media. They would have said Dave allowed this development to come in and boast his properties while only allowing 3 lots to be for affordable housing.
There it is.
You gotta watch the media. And I was so happy. I started the show here, and that was one of my topics I was going to pull on. That I didn't know if you knew about it or not, but I know better. You know about everything. But that was one of the things that was like, man, when it comes to Dave, somebody trying to smear Dave. Dave is a solid dude. Dave is, he's a man of his convictions. And, he wasn't doing that to hurt affordable housing. He understood that only 3 lots were going to be for affordable housing, and the rest were going to be for upper middle class to wealthy. $250,000 to $600,000 a house is a pretty good house. That's a really nice neighborhood to be living in. If you got a $250,000 home, you're doing good, And he was like, no, he would have said nothing if all 143 lots were for affordable housing. But if somebody did the research and looked at the development group or whoever is trying to push this stuff, it's a bunch of old white guys that are, I'm just saying that, assuming, that are trying to use the guise of the government and tax breaks to say, hey, we want to make a lot of money and we'll give 3 lots to affordable housing to give tax breaks, government tax breaks, and all this other BS that comes with that nonsense. Yep. Like I said, that's the game. Dave understood the game. He sees the game. And as big as he was to go into that town council and say, no, I'll pull all my assets out of here. I'm gone. And he ain't joking. He didn't joke with Comedy Central. He ain't joking now. So, yeah, you nailed it. You nailed the story. You put it out there. But, yes, you see the headline, but nobody does the research. God bless you. We have the internet. There's more than one story, more than one place to get the information. Yep. I've been fooled before and duped before until I actually did the actual research. Use the research. Don't buy the first headline. Don't open your mouth until you do the research. Mm-hmm. But you don't. I'm just saying.
Right.
That's what normal people do. Mm-hmm. But, hey, I'm going to let you go. I just want to say, hey, God bless you and your family. I hope you're doing good. The hat looks killer. I'm going to get me one of them. And, I've been around from the jump, too. What, we 9-10 years now?
That's right.
Shit. Tim, I love you. Love your family. You take care. And I'm going to let everybody else chime in for tonight. I'm going to drink the rest of this 12-pack here. I got 3 more left, and enjoy the show.
My brother. Good enough for Iron Man Oz, man. My brother. That's right. That's what's up, man. That's one of the original crew, man, out of West Virginia. Yeah, man. Damn good people, man. Damn good people. So I'm gonna keep it moving, man. And that's the thing, man. I'm not saying that Dave is totally infallible, but anytime someone does what Dave has done, which is turn down money for conviction, I give him the benefit of the doubt until proven otherwise. That's where I stand on that, because that is an action. That's not just words. That's an action of conviction. And that's rare. We may have never heard from him again. His life's dream, his life's work, turning down that money, being labeled the media said he was a crackhead. The whole time he was a Muslim. They said he was a crackhead and went crazy. People believe that too. Just because he turned down the Comedy Central money. They ran that narrative, and a lot of people brought that too. People with certain people are willing to buy narratives. There was never any evidence of him being caught with crack. Nothing like that. He just turned down a deal. And they put that out there, but something's wrong with him. He must be a crackhead. Why would you turn down that deal? Something. And they ran with it. He was gone for 10 years. He was gone. So I take that in consideration. I know some other people don't. We ain't the same.